Oh, it's not turning on. I wonder if I forgot to change the voltage on the Meanwell power supply. Yep, it's ticked to 230 volt. So I'm just gonna switch that. It's got frequency of 850 and then core voltage of 1280. Okay, so right out of the box, I didn't even have to do that. 13.7, 13.8 terahash. See right there, 288 watts, 290 watts now. We're gonna be giving one of these things away. Man, this is really hot. Why is this one hot and this one isn't? Hey guys, Red Panda Mining here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, holy smoke. Okay, this is insane. I just got in a new Oct Axe, but this has two 120 millimeter AIOs on it. Okay, so the two radiators on the back here, and then the rad hoses go underneath by the looks of it, and then goes up to here to a CPU cooler. Well, they're not cooling a CPU, they're actually cooling Bitcoin chips, and specifically the BM1370 chips. So apparently the hash rate that we can achieve on this is 13.8 terahash, maybe close to 14 terahash, SHA-256 Bitcoin hash rate. And it comes with a tried and true Meanwell 350 watt power supply with the XT60 plug for powering this device, which gives it a lot more headroom and just higher capacity throughput through a proper cable like this XT60. But the biggest thing, which thank you to aslminer.com, this thing right now, including shipping, and if you use code RPM, is about $420 shipped. I believe this is the best priced Oct Axe Hydro 13.8 terahash model that's out there right now. The best priced unit that I have seen out there. So we're just gonna test this thing out today, and as well, aslminer.com, we're gonna be giving one of these things away. So you guys just have to comment down below just your thoughts about this. I will be choosing the winner in about 7 days time. I will announce the winner on my Discord channels, so feel free to join my Discord to see who the winner is going to be in about 7 days. I will pin your comment for whoever wins. I'll be using random comment picker to choose the winner of this brand new Oct Axe Hydro model that can achieve up to 13.8 terahash, which is just insanity. Okay guys, I'm excited to get this thing going, but let's just take a closer look at this thing. So this Oct Axe, which I've played around with a lot of Oct Axes before, and this is revision 3.1. So the ones that I've played around with before were revision 2.2 and 1.0. I actually have a 2.2 version right back here, and I've had a lot of them die. So I hope that this version 3.1, revision 3.1, is gonna bode better for just reliability and uptime, of course. And just looking at it, maybe the voltage regulators look to be a bit more upgraded here. The chokes look a little bit larger. We got 25A capacitors here. I don't know if these are bigger, but I'm seeing an extra capacitor versus my version 2.2. I only see three capacitors here. So it looks like we have 4 on this one. So hopefully that'll bode better, which includes the automotive fuse at the top, which is replaceable. 30 amp car fuse here, which is amazing. That's gonna be good. Looks like, of course, we have the power for the two AIOs here for the CPU coolers or the Bitcoin chip coolers. Then the hoses go underneath, okay, as you guys can see here, to the 120 mil AIOs, okay, which are gonna be on the back here, which there are 2 120 mil fans, okay, in between there. So yeah, there's one there, one over there, and then the rads are going to be, it looks like the heat is going to be blowing, okay, so the cool air actually is going to be blowing into the back of the Oct Axe. Looks like the fans are going to be blowing into here, so that's going to cool the back here, which is good. But it does look like we have much thicker heatsink here for the VRMs by the looks of it, versus my older Oct Axe, which only shows one little heatsink on each of those chips there. So overall, looking at this design, this looks like a much more robust, higher capable unit in which it's gonna cool down much better. Well, being hydro, it's gonna cool the chips much better. Also have higher headroom for overclocking. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead. Can't forget the power supply here, the Meanwell power supply, which is just amazing. This power supply, the Meanwell power supply, is well known in the IoT industry, like for security cameras, IP cameras, just anything, even in the security industry. These power supplies stand the test of time. So it already has the XT30 plug here, and you know what, we're gonna plug that in first at the top, which it is a keystone style plug, so you can't plug it in the wrong way. It's polarity protected, positive and negative, so I'm just going to plug it in at the top here. Then it does come with the North American NEMA end here. We're going to plug it into my watt meter and see how much power this thing is going to use, because from what I've seen, a lot of these devices will take more than the advertised power consumption. And oh, it's not turning on. I wonder if I forgot to change the voltage. Yeah, I definitely did. Okay, so there is a switch on the Meanwell power supply. Yep, it's ticked to 230 volt. So I'm just gonna switch that to 120 volt power. Okay, there we go. That's one of the first times I forgot to flick the switch. So be sure when you're plugging in something like this, make sure you know your voltage. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and let's plug it in. Let's see if it turns on, and yes, it does. Oh my God, this is insane. Oh, look, oh, it's got RGB on the back as well. The fan, the 120 mil fans, you guys can see there, are backlit RGB. That's so cool. And then we got the infinity screens on the CPU coolers. Ah, man, this is so cool. Super cool. I love, okay, I think this is my new favorite like home solo Bitcoin miner. This is definitely gonna be one that is a great centerpiece, looks great, and feels a lot better built than the previous versions. Okay, so I gotta connect to the SSID on this and just set it up with my Bitcoin address. Give me a sec. Okay, so before I just show you guys everything, I just want to make sure, because I know a lot of people run into this issue. If you are logging into the miner the first time by IP address, which I've already joined it to my Wi-Fi, but my first login, it's going to add the HTTPS://. So make sure you remove the S, and then it will let you through. Okay, so it'll let you through the open source operating system, the nerd Oct Axe here, everyone knows and loves. And guys, so here it is. Looks like we're getting 13.7 terahash already, or 13,767 gigahash. It ramped up right away. When I joined my Wi-Fi, it ramped up to it right away. I didn't add in my own solo pool yet. I have my own Umbrel using public pool instance at home here, but just to show you the web GUI here, there's the fallback stratum, main stratum, primary. So this is the open source operating system everyone knows and loves. And a feature that I'm probably gonna try soon is using this dual pool mode. So you can actually do dual pools. So you can mine half of it to another pool and half of it to another mining pool if you wanted to. Maybe solo on half and then pool mine on the other half. So that might be a cool thing to try. But right now I'm just going to use the normal method here and just full on, you know, 13.8 terahash to my own local node. So let me put that in. Okay, I've entered in my own local node and it's mining to it now. We're getting, yeah, 13.8 terahash. It was 13.9 there. Just started, but I wanted to just showcase here the temperatures. So the voltage regulator, according to the web GUI here, it's a 65.1 Celsius. Then the ASIC chips are about 77, 78 degrees Celsius. So we are overclocked here. Software, it says we're using 248 watts, but true power at the wall, according to my watt meter here, we are at 306 watts, 307. Okay, so this is mining full tilt overclocked, 308 watts at the wall. So it's it's more than what is advertised. I feel like, again, I called that. That's what normally happens. But just to show you guys here why it's at 13.8 terahash is because it's overclocked. So if we go back to settings here, just to show you guys here, it's already overclocked at the factory. Okay, this one here from aslminer.com. So the Octaxe Hydro Revision 3.1, it's got frequency of 850 and then core voltage of 1280. Okay, so right out of the box, I didn't even have to do that. But yeah, it's already actually in the danger zone. So when you hit save, it is already going to tell you that this disclaimer of, hey, you know, if it's overclocked and whatnot, you know, you're on the hook for it, that kind of thing. So it's, yeah, this is insane, actually. I think this is the highest hash rate, like, you know, BM1370 chip, mind you. Okay, it's not the new, you know, Bitmain S23 chips. This is from still the Bitmain S21 era. But take a look at that, 13.8 terahash on this thing. And you know what, let me remove these plastic pieces because I forgot to do that. And there we go, that looks good. It's really good. This is really nice. I love the infinity screens. Man, this is really hot. Why is this one hot and this one isn't? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, maybe that's why the temperature was high. You know what, what's going on here? Let me just check. Oh wait, I see one of the fan, oh, there's two 4-pin connectors on the back here. I don't know if okay, you know what, let me turn this off, let me fix that. Okay, it's back on. Okay, so wow, the temperatures have dropped. I'm gonna let this run for a bit more, but I remember we were seeing like 80, almost 88 degrees Celsius on the sea. So this is definitely better. I'm gonna let this run for like another hour just to be sure, but it was warm. Now it's much cooler. So I think the rad plug for the, I guess the fan was going, but the radiator wasn't pumping the water on this one. It was extremely hot. So it looks like it's a little better now, so we're gonna see how it is. But another thing, the power usage has gone down. So we are still at, you know, 13.7, 13.8 terahash, and now the power consumption at the wall has gone down to 288. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see right there, 288 watts, 290 watts now. So it's a bit better. It's definitely more efficient. Now that the water is running on the radiator. So if anyone that gets one of these, be sure the two fan connectors on the back are 4 pins are connected. It was a little bit loose, like halfway. I pushed it in, and now it seems like, yeah, it's running the water now. As you guys can see on the temperature red line here, we were at like 80, right? We were 74 degrees Celsius. Now we are down because I re-plugged in that thing. So we're gonna let this go and we'll see if it's any better. So right now it says it only has 6 minutes runtime. We come back to this and I just wanna see if the temperature will stay relatively cooler than what it was before. But actually, good thing to talk about right now is the price of this thing. So on aslminer.com is $417. That's what I was calculating when I put it to cart. If you use code RPM, you get another 30 bucks off, right? So I was just looking at the dollar per terahash on this thing and comparing it to, I don't know, I think it was in the realm of like an Avalon Q or something. So it was getting pretty close in terms of the dollar per hash. So it beat out like everything else that I calculated on my sheet there. I'm probably gonna predict that probably a lot of these miners on the market are probably going to start coming down in price, but as well as the efficiency. Okay, so the efficiency of this thing, now that it's at much lower, because I was calculating at 307, now it's at 292. The efficiency that we achieved on this is going to be about 21 watt per hash. So looks like including the fans, the radiator power, I think that is what is equating to more power usage, but we are getting more effective hash rate versus, I think, majority of stuff that's out there. Even if we were to compare like the Nexus S1, which is 10 terahash, but uses much less power, right? Because it's a S23 chip versus the S21 chip that we're using on the Hydro model here. But the dollar per terahash is definitely better on the Octaxe Hydro here, revision 3.1 versus the Nexus S1. Now, let me just talk about, I guess, solo Bitcoin mining with this thing. Like right now, you know, with the price of Bitcoin being down, hash rate is falling off. I'm not saying that it's a good idea to go out and buy all these things unless you're willing to learn and you want to play around with something. It's a good educational tool, as a lot of people say. Are you going to make a lot of money with this thing? No. The whole point of this thing is for solo mining Bitcoin, or you can solo mine other forks of Bitcoin, which you have a higher chance, because right now, solo mining with like 13.8 terahash on Bitcoin, for example, it's your chances is 1 in 72,547,182 chance per block. So it's a very, very, very low chance to hit a block with this thing. It's literally why it's called, these are called lottery miners. But, you know, by the time, you know, 2140 comes around, the year 2140, which is going to be the last year Bitcoin will be mined, which the reward will be much less because we have a Bitcoin halving every 4 years. So it's going to be another 2 years from now. So really, we have about less than 2 years to solo mine a block, and for all the people that are solo mining out there, there are a lot of these devices, not this one specifically, but I mean, you know, NerdQX++s, a lot of other devices out there that are also solo mining. So just understand, you know, are you going to get rich buying one of these and mining with one of these? Like 99.999% of people out there will not get rich with this thing. So I recommend, if anyone really wants to get into it and wants to try, you know, a lottery, and that this thing has an effective higher hash rate than most models out there currently on the market, then just buy 1 or 2. Don't go out and buy like 10 of these things, because dollar per hash, it doesn't make sense. At that point, you might as well buy a bigger boy ASIC model. But obviously there's a lot of restrictions on running those because they take way more power. You need power infrastructure. You need other things to get it started. So to each their own. There's a lot of different, you know, situations in which these make more sense than for majority of people out there that are Bitcoin mining at home. But yeah, this price on aslminer.com, the prices have come down. So I'm thankful that that's happening now, because Bitcoin's price is down, as of recording with this video, below $60,000 Bitcoin. So obviously, yeah, this thing is not a profitable ASIC miner by any means, by any, you know, electrical rate, you know, residential rate at home. Anyone that has free power or solar, this is perfect, right? This is perfect for someone that wants to do that. But so just give you guys a last update here. We're at 13.8 terahash. It's been 14 minutes mining. The temperature looks like it's stopped at between, let's see, 64 degrees Celsius voltage regulator and 62.6 on the ASIC. So it is definitely better now. Now that I plugged that in, it's not at 80. Okay, so we were getting like 80 before, as you guys can see up here, because the radiator was not plugged in for that one side, and so it was getting really hot. Now it is much cooler, as you guys can see. So overclocked wise, yeah, nice. It's cool now. So now that it's overclocked at 13.8 from the factory, it can cool it down, no problem. So make sure you guys check your connections. Make sure everything is all, you know, make sure it's all plugged in before you turn it on. You might run into that issue like I had. Okay, again, if any of you guys are interested in one of these things, go check out aslminer.com. I have a link down below. Code RPM. RPM will give you $30 off on this Octaxe 3.1 Hydro version. Love it, love it. And it comes with, of course, the tried and true Meanwell 350 watt power supply. Okay, I appreciate you all for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Again, don't forget to comment down below for one of these Hydro Octaxes revision 3.1 with the power supply from aslminer.com. Just give me your guys' thoughts on what you think about this. I'll see you all in the next video. Smash that like, share this video around. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. Still storing your crypto on exchanges? That's risky. This is the Red Panda Tangem card. Simple, secure, and built for real self-custody. No seed phrases, no complicated setups. Just tap your card, manage your crypto, and you're in control instantly. Secure chip technology keeps your assets protected, even offline. I've tested a lot of hardware wallets, and this is by far one of the easiest ways to get started. If you want true ownership of your crypto, check out the Red Panda Tangem card below. Simple, secure, self-custody. Use code RPM for another 10% off. Link in the video description below.